Hi, today I'm just going to explain how to fix some damaged blouses that I've got. I've got these two blouses which are of sentimental value to me, so I didn't want to get rid of them, but we found that they had been damaged. So, as you can see, there's some holes there. Now, we could have just cut the blouse, made it shorter, but I didn't want it too short. So what we decided to do was we removed some of the sleeve because it was too long. So we cut the sleeve away, and then we can just make a little seam over here and make the sleeve different, and use the material from the sleeve to make a cover to patch the hole with. What we did was we took one of these flowers, which it has on the front already.
No.
So what we did is we made sure that we copied one of the flowers that would be big enough to cover the hole. So we took a piece of tracing paper and took one of the flowers that's big enough to cover the hole. Please give me my glasses. Maybe. So you take a piece of tracing paper and you put it over a flower that is big enough to cover the holes, and you trace the flower onto the tracing paper.
What happens if you don't have a flower on your blouse?
You could always find another design, any design that you'd like, and trace that, and then use that to cover the hole with, as long as it's something that you think would look good.
Like from a magazine or?
Yes, anything. Okay, so once you've traced your flower, whatever it is you want to put on, you then place it how you want it over the holes to make sure it covers the holes. So you put it there, then you just put some pins in to hold it in place. Okay. Then the piece of material that you've taken out from the sleeve, you put it underneath the design, because you're going to actually attach this piece of material to this piece. You're going to embroider them together. So you put your piece of material in. The actual garment that has the hole is underneath. The material or the piece of fabric that you're going to use to patch it with gets in the middle, and then your drawing on top. And then you just attach it. You can just make a little tack to attach it very well together so that it doesn't move while you're busy making the embroidery. Busy doing the embroidery, but with a machine, you don't want it to move around. So the reason why you want to do it this way is so that while you're busy embroidering with a machine, these pins would get in the way, because they're metal, and if you're trying to work with it, it could get in the way of the machine sewing. So it's easier to just tack them together to the material like this. So now you go over the design in a zigzag. You use the zigzag on your sewing machine, and you go backwards and forwards over the lines of the design. It will now embroider the flower with a small zigzag. you creating the embroidery. You're basically attaching the two cloths together, the two pieces of fabric together, but you're doing the design of the flower of the one to the other. You will then cut some of it away, but once you've finished, I will show you how to leave just the flower on the material. This is what it will end up looking like when you're finished. It will look like when you're finished. So what you will do is you'll just go over your design with a machine. You do on the outside, you do zigzag. On the inside, you can just do straight stitches to make the inside pieces properly. If you want to see more or less.
Cortar essas pontas.
You can just take this tacking out. It's no longer necessary. Vais tirar o papel primeiro, né? So that is no longer necessary. Depois tiras o papel. Now you can remove your paper. It will pull away on the edges, and then you're going to use the scissors with the edge it's a very fine, very small edge, but which is curved on the end, so it actually is used for cutting. Okay. And you're going to cut the material away. Up against here, where you've embroidered, and being very careful not to cut the bottom layer. Remove all the paper from the middle, all these little bits of paper, and you can cut any loose bits of cotton that are from sewing. Any little bits of paper that are left in the embroidery will eventually come out as you wash the garment. But that is now and the holes are now
Finished.
cleared. They're covered. It has now, a piece of fabric has covered the holes. But it's not just a piece of fabric just sewn over the holes. It's embroidered, sort of more or less the same as it is in the front. Your holes are covered.